as you can see behind me, is a practice that is growing pretty fast, and it's picking pace here around Lake Victoria. And I'm talking about cage fishing, which is becoming one of the success stories of restocking of fish, as well as a new aquaculture style along this lake. Well, we are around Luanda Kotiano Beach in Siaya County, and now joining me is a vendor who is a fisherman around this area, and he has seen this new phenomenon of cage fishing, you know, growing to dizzying heights. A vendor, thank you so very much. Tell me this, I mean, I can see a lot of, you know, things that are floating here. First of all, what are we seeing?
Oh, the things that we are seeing right now are the fish cages that are used to grow fish. Yeah, just talk a little bit about cage fishing. It's a very new method of growing fish into this beach that has come up, and it's growing at a very high rate. Just to think a little about it, it began some few years ago with some few cages. There were around 2 or 3, but as you can see now, there are a lot of cages here. There are over 30 cages, and still more people are planning to bring more. As you can look at the far end, some are still under construction, and with the time, they'll be brought in here.
Tell me this, how does this whole thing work, you know, and how does it capture fish, or how does this whole thing work?
Oh, just to talk a little bit of how it works. The cages are constructed down there. After being constructed, they are brought in here by the boats. They use the motorboats to carry them into the lake here. After bringing them here, they go, there is a place at Mfangano Island where there are fingerlings that are grown there. So the fingerlings are brought from Mfangano Island when they are contained in a polythene paper that has got some water in it and some little oxygen that has been pumped into it. So when they bring the fish, the fingerlings here, they put them inside the cages and they are fed. There are types of food that are given to the fingerlings. At the early stage, there are some feeds that are given to them. These feeds are soft and makes them grow at a very high rate.
Very good. I mean, I want my camera now to pan and try to see how this whole thing that we are talking about, cage fishing, what you can see are cages whereby they have fingerlings inside them, waiting for them to grow before now they can do the fishing. And I was talking to one of the guys who is in this business. This is a vendor, and he was just explaining to us how this whole concept is taking shape here. So tell me this is one way of restocking this area. Have you seen a difference when it comes to fishing because of the introduction of cage fishing around this area?
Yeah, a lot of differences have been seen ever since the cages were brought. At least the amount of fish that can be harvested has increased, and the rate of income also has increased. Just because while we were going deep into the lake to fish, it was really tiresome. But you know, when the fish are caged into the cages, it's very easy to get them or to capture them. You know, long before these cages were introduced, people used to go deep into the lake to look for the fish. But right now, due to the fact that the cages have been brought here, it has really improved the economy of this area.
Very good. Just hang on there, vendor. I don't know whether it's possible for our captain to possibly go closer to one of the cages so that our camera person actually can capture what is inside here. Is it possible, Mr. Captain? Is it possible to go around closer to one of the cages? Yes, one. If we can go around here. Yeah, actually it's possible. Let's first of all go close to one of these cages and see how the whole thing is made. And let's see whether we are going to be lucky enough to peep inside and see whether we are going to see any fish inside here. So basically this is the whole thing. There you are. We were lucky enough. Actually there is a lot of fish here. So vendor, I want you to tell us, this thing I can see there are empty buckets. I can see there are, this is wire mesh. This is how the whole thing is constructed. Tell me this, for you to put up this thing, how long will this take you?
Oh, to put up with this thing, it needs something like 2 weeks. If you have got the materials, it will only take you 2 weeks to construct at least 2 cages. To mean one goes with 1 week.
Like now I can see this one is bigger than the others. How many fish, I don't know whether you can tell me this, how many fish can be accommodated in this whole cage?
Oh, in this cage, as you can see, this is bigger than the other ones.
Yeah.
It can contain 2,000 or to 3,000 fish.
Oh, 2,000 to 3,000 fish.
Yeah.
That's a whole fish pond. Now, you were talking about, the benefits of this thing. Have you seen the cost of, or the price of fish, coming down because of this improved way of fishing?
Yeah, actually the price, it has not gone so that much down, because as they construct the cages, they also do it to at least get profit. So the price has not gone down to that level, because it's something that just began few months ago. Not months, I can say a few years ago. And they are about to harvest. That you can see these fish, they are growing at a very high rate. And after every 3 months, they do the harvesting.
They do the harvesting.
Yeah.
I was being informed that, a few years ago, this area used to be a team, a big hub of activity, with boats, fishing boats, and fishermen, competing for space. But now I can see I'm not actually seeing a lot of fishermen here. Neither am I seeing boats. Could this be the reason why we are not seing all these?
Yeah, this is the reason as to why we are not seeing this, because most of the youths also have got employment here, so they don't go into deep into the lake to look for fish. They just grow fish here. After 3 months, they come, they harvest their fish, go sell them. Yeah.
So these fish that we are seeing here, I mean, they've been here for 3 months now, or for how long?
Oh, these, as you can see, these are about 2 months old.
Yeah.
They have not taken long. They are 2 months old. They are not yet ready for harvesting. Yeah.
So after 3 months, how big is the fish expected to be?
Oh, after 3 months, it should be big enough to be harvested. I don't know how I can be. Yeah.
Is it like 30 inches? Is it like 1 meter, half a meter, or something like that?
Oh, let me talk about, it should be...
Or maybe in kilos?
In kgs, in kilos. It should be around 2 or 3 kgs.
Oh, 2 or 3 kgs.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, without these cages here, is it possible for you to capture or to net such a big fish in this area?
It's not possible. It's very expensive, because purchasing the drums and these nets, the nets, actually these nets are so expensive and costly. And again, when you go weld them until it comes out to be this shape, it's so expensive. It can cost up to 200,000.
Oh, 200,000 shillings, eh? As we wind up, tell me this, what about security? How do you ensure that your cage is secure and you do not have illegal fishermen coming to take your stock?
Oh, just to ensure there is enough security. There are some youths that are employed here that they do patrol overnight. Overnight they keep on patrolling, checking this area so that the fish cannot be taken by some intruders.
Very good.
Yeah.
Evinda, you are fantastic. Very good. Thank you very much for your insight on this new mode of fishing. Itava, there you are. We have been on the road, actually, talking about blue economy, and this is one of the new methods, that the government is banking on to increase fish production, as well as the restocking of fish in Lake Victoria. We'll continue to give you more information as we go by. My name is O'Brien Kimani, with the entire crew with me behind me. Thank you very much. Back to you, Broadcasting House.